is. So if you can get it for anything like that £60,000 guide price, it's a fantastic one to go for. Let's see who bought it when it went under the hammer.
50 then. At 50,000 to get it started, what a buy this is going to be. You couldn't resist it, sir, could you, at 50? At 50, and what a buy this will be. 60, madam? At 60. At 60. At 60. Is it 65, sir? 65. 65. Is it 70? Will 2 help you, madam? Is it 67? 67, and thank you. It's 67. At 67, it's 69. It's 69. Is it 70? At 70, right on the front. At 70, I have. Is it 71, sir? At 71. Is it 2? 72. Is it 73? Can we say 74? I want you to have it, sir. At 74. At 74, I want you to have it as well, sir. At 75. 76. 76. Is it 77, sir? 77. Is it 78? 79. Is it 80? But at 79,000, here we go again then. Once, twice, third and last time. Sold at 79,000. That is yours, sir. Congratulations.
The successful bidder was said. Although he paid £19,000 over the £60,000 guide price, he still got it for a reasonable sum. He comes from this area of Birmingham, so presumably knew what he was buying into. I met up with him to find out why it appealed to him.
Said, congratulations, lovely to meet you. Tell me why you wanted to buy the flat.
It was opportunistic, really. I was looking to buy houses, and I saw one at the auction. And it looked like a great deal, so I just thought I'd go and have a look. I came to have a look at it. It looked very good, so I thought I'd turn up and make a cheeky bid.
And your cheeky bid got it?
Yeah, my cheeky bid got it. Yeah,
Wow.
It was. I was quite excited. Yeah.
So, what sort of tempted you into the world of property investment?
Well, I think the house prices are going up like all the time, and I was thinking if I leave it much longer, I won't be able to buy anywhere really. But I don't really haven't got to the stage of settling down yet. So I thought I'd buy a house and rent it out, and that way I've still got, I've still got my foot on my ladder, and I'm kind of insured against, the future.
So, have you got your own place at the moment?
I don't own it, but I rent out as well. Yeah.
Why? He says, without saying the obvious, don't you live in here?
I mean, I could do. I've got a housemate at the moment. He's a friend of mine, and I prefer to live with someone than without someone because I kind of like the company, really. And the second bedroom's a bit small for like a grown man with like a double bed and a PlayStation and a bike and all that sort of stuff. So I think probably we'll rent this one out.
So this is an investment purchase. It's not as though Said would lose money by renting it out and not living here himself, as long as he can rent it out to cover his mortgage repayments. Plus, of course, it does mean that he has that all-important first step on the property ladder.
So tell me what you do when you're not buying houses.
I've got a job. You'll be glad to hear. I work in a hospital, and the main I work in a little research team, and the main aim of the research is to write a programme to diagnose occupational asthma.
Tell me more, what's that?
It's an asthma you have from something at work. So if you're, say, a welder and you do welding, you might breathe in the welding fumes, and that could give you asthma. And the main point is, if we take you away from the welding or give you a mask or get extraction to take the welding fumes out, your asthma can clear up completely, as long as you do it quickly enough.
That's certainly very important research, and now Said's got this flat to think about as well.
So tell me what you're going to do to it, although, in theory...
Not too much.
Yeah.
Central heating. I think that will help a lot with renting it out. I'll probably paint it. I might do the carpets, and I might have a little look round to see what else needs doing, but hopefully nothing.
That's it. So what kind of budget have you got for that?
Well, I've got a big budget. I've got £20,000.
What?
Well, I mean, I think the house would sell for £100,000 once it's, everything's sorted out. And the lease is short as well, so some money needs to be set aside for sorting out the lease.
I'm glad to hear that Said had done his homework. There are only 76 years left on the lease, which could be a problem when he comes to sell the flat. That's because most mortgage companies are wary of lending on properties with leases that have less than 65 years to run. However, Said has a plan. He's hoping he'll be able to buy the freehold. That way, leasehold issues would disappear, and he could charge the other tenants ground rent even after he's sold his flat. But first priority is to get it ready for rental.
And what kind of timescale for getting it sorted?
I'd like to do it sort of as quickly as possible, really, 'cause it looks like there's not too much to do. So hopefully, you know, I'll sort of have everything done in a month or two and get it rented out in 2 or 3 months, would be my
Right.
plan. And maybe when I'm ready to settle down, you know, I'll sell it and use that money to buy a house that I want to live in.
All makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So, are you be doing the work yourself, or are you having people in?
Yeah, I'll probably paint myself, and I'll get someone to do the central heating and carpets and, you know, maybe other little bits.
But you'll be here with a paintbrush.
I'll be here with a paintbrush.
Yeah. Making sure you don't inhale those fumes.
Indeed, yeah. You have to get the low VOC paint. Yeah, definitely.
Well, on paper it all sounds pretty straightforward. A month to sort the place out, a reasonable budget to do that, and the sort of place that I'm sure will rent out pretty easily. But you know what? The property world doesn't always work like that. But when all said and done, I'm sure Sed has made a fantastic investment with this place. Find out how he gets on later in the show.